fall foods to help you manage blood pressure. Hey everyone, welcome back. With a passion for helping you eat better, feel better, and live a healthier, happier life. Fall is my favorite time of year, the crisp air, the cozy vibes, and of course, the amazing seasonal foods that not only taste incredible, but can also do wonders for your health. Today, we're rediving into 3 of my favorite fall foods that may help you manage high blood pressure: butternut squash, apples, and beets. Yep, these delicious picks aren't just for your Thanksgiving table. They might just be your secret weapon for keeping your heart and kidneys happy. High blood pressure, or hypertension, affects millions of people, and it's a big deal because it can put stress on your heart, kidneys, and blood vessels. The good news: what you eat can make a huge difference. A diet rich in whole, nutrient-packed foods can help lower your blood pressure naturally, and these 3 fall superstars are a great place to start. Now, before we dive in, a quick reminder: everything we talk about today is for informational purposes only. It's not medical advice. If you have advanced kidney disease, like stage 4 or 5, or if you're on dialysis, check with your doctor before loading up on these foods, as some are high in potassium, which we'll get into. So, why these 3 foods? Well, butternut squash, apples, and beets aren't just tasty. They're repacked with nutrients that science suggests may support healthy blood pressure. Butternut squash is loaded with potassium, which helps your body flush out excess sodium. Apples bring fiber and antioxidants to the table, which are great for your heart. And beets, they've got something called nitrates that might help your blood vessels relax. But here's the deal: no single food is a magic bullet. It's all about building a pattern of healthy eating that prioritizes fresh, seasonal ingredients over processed junk. In this video, we're going to break down the science behind how these foods work, share some practical tips for adding them to your meals, and clear up any confusion about who should or shouldn't eat them. By the end, you'll have a game plan for enjoying fall-less bounty, while giving your blood pressure a little love. Ready to get started? Let's dig into our first fall favorite, butternut squash, coming up next. Butternut squash, your fall potassium powerhouse. Alright, let's kick things off with our first fall superstar, butternut squash. This golden gourd is more than just a pretty face on your autumn table. It's a nutritional powerhouse that can give your blood pressure a serious boost in the right direction. Why? It's all about potassium. Butternut squash is loaded with this key mineral, which plays a huge role in keeping your blood pressure in check, especially if you have healthy kidneys or are in the early stages of kidney disease. So, how does potassium work? It's magic. Think of it like a teammate for your kidneys. You've probably heard that cutting back on sodium, aka salt, is a big deal for managing blood pressure. That's true, but potassium is just as important. It helps your kidneys flush out excess sodium through your urine, which reduces the pressure on your blood vessels. 1 cup of cooked butternut squash packs about 500 milligrams of potassium beets, a solid dose toward your daily goal. Plus, it's got fiber, which can help lower cholesterol and support heart health. It's like nature's 2-for-1 deal. Now, before you start piling butternut squash on every plate, a quick heads up: if you have advanced kidney disease or high potassium levels in your blood, you'll want to talk to your doctor. Too much potassium can be tricky for some folks. But for most of us, this veggie is a fantastic addition to a heart-healthy diet. And the best part? It's super versatile. You can roast it, mash it, or turn it into a creamy soup that screams fall comfort food. Pro tip: if peeling and chopping feels like a workout, pop the whole squash in the microwave for a few minutes to soften the skin. It makes prep a breeze. Not sure where to start? Try roasting butternut squash with a sprinkle of olive oil and your favorite spices for a side dish that pairs with just about anything. Or blend it into a soup with some garlic and onion for a cozy dinner that warms you from the inside out. The key is to keep it simple and let the natural sweetness shine. Eating more potassium-rich foods like butternut squash, while cutting back on processed salty snacks, is one of the most effective ways to support healthy blood pressure. Next up, we'll dive into beets, those vibrant, slightly controversial veggies that pack a surprising punch for your blood vessels. Stay tuned, because you might just become a beet fan after this. Beets, the bold veggie that relaxes your blood vessels. Okay, moving on to our second fall favorite, beets. Now, I'll be honest, beets are a bit of a polarizing veggie. Some people love their earthy sweetness, while others, well, let's just say they're not everyone's cup of tea. But if you're open to giving them a try, beets could be a game changer for your blood pressure. What makes them special? It's all thanks to dietary nitrates, natural compounds in beets that your body converts into nitric oxide. And nitric oxide, it's like a chill pill for your blood vessels. It helps them relax and widen, which can lower blood pressure by making it easier for blood to flow. Science backs this up. Studies have shown that consuming beets or beet juice in decent amounts can lead to a noticeable drop in blood pressure, especially for folks with hypertension. It's not a huge, overnight miracle, but it's a solid, natural way to support your heart health. Plus, beets are packed with other goodies like fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants that benefit your overall well-being. The effects might be short-term, so think of beets as part of a consistent, healthy eating pattern rather than a one-and-done fix. That said, beets aren't for everyone, especially if you have kidney issues. They're high in potassium and oxalates, which could be problematic if you're prone to kidney stones or need to watch your potassium levels. If you're in advanced kidney disease, chat with your doctor first. And let's address the elephant in the room. Cooking beets can be messy. They stain everything red, from your hands to your countertops. But don't let that stop you. Roast them whole in the oven wrapped in foil to keep the mess contained. Or try pre-cooked beets from the store for convenience. If fresh beets aren't your thing, you could explore beet juice or even beetroot powder as alternatives to get those nitrates in. Just remember, while some studies show benefits, we don't have tons of long-term data on supplements, so whole foods are usually the way to go. Oh, and don't toss the greens. Beet greens are super high in potassium and can be like spinach for an extra blood pressure-friendly boost if your kidneys are okay with it. Incorporating beets into your fall meals is easier than you think. Slice them thin for a salad with some goat cheese and walnuts, or blend them into a smoothie for a vibrant, nutrient-packed drink. The key is balance. Spare them with other veggies and lean proteins for a meal that nourishes your body without overwhelming it. Coming up next, we'll wrap up with apples, the classic fall fruit that's as good for your heart as it is delicious. You're going to love how simple it is to make them a daily habit. Apples, the sweet, simple way to support your heart and wrap it all up. Alright, we've saved the best for last, or at least the most approachable one, apples. There's something so comforting and nostalgic about biting into a crisp apple on a cool fall day, right? And guess what? This everyday fruit isn't just delicious. It's a subtle powerhouse for your heart health and blood pressure management. Let's break it down and see why apples deserve a spot in your daily routine, plus how to make the most of them this season. First off, the science behind apples and blood pressure. Apples are rich in flavonoids, a type of antioxidant that's concentrated in the skin. These flavonoids work by improving endothelial function, that's the lining of your blood vessels, helping them relax and dilate more effectively. When your blood vessels are flexible, blood flows more smoothly, which can lead to lower blood pressure readings over time. Research, including studies from organizations like the American Heart Association, shows that diets high in flavonoid-rich foods like apples are linked to reduced risk of hypertension and cardiovascular issues. But it's not just the flavonoids. Apples pack a punch with soluble fiber, particularly pectin, which helps lower LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, by binding to it in your digestive system and ushering it out of your body. Lower cholesterol means less plaque buildup in your arteries, which indirectly supports healthier blood pressure. And let's talk about the fiber aspect a bit more. It's a game changer for overall heart health. One medium apple gives you about 4 to 5 grams of fiber, which is a decent chunk of your daily needs. This fiber also promotes steady blood sugar levels, which is crucial because spikes in blood sugar can contribute to inflammation and higher blood pressure. If you're dealing with weight management as part of your health journey, and who isn't these days, apples are low in calories but high in volume, so they keep you feeling full without adding extra pounds. That can help with maintaining a healthy weight, which is one of the biggest factors in controlling blood pressure. Now, for the practical side, how do you incorporate apples into your meals without getting bored? The beauty of apples is their versatility and simplicity. No fancy kitchen gadgets required. Start your day with a sliced apple topped with a sprinkle of cinnamon and a handful of nuts for a quick, heart-healthy breakfast. For lunch, add thin apple slices to a salad with mixed greens, walnuts, and a light vinaigrette. Crunch adds texture and natural sweetness. As a snack, pair an apple with a bit of nut butter for sustained energy. And for dinner or dessert, bake apples with a touch of oats and spices for a warm, comforting treat that's like pie without the guilt. Pro tip: always eat the peel if possible. That's where most of the flavonoids and fiber hang out. If you're buying apples, go for organic when you can to minimize pesticides. And choose varieties like Honeycrisp or Granny Smith for that perfect balance of sweet and tart. Of course, like with butternut squash and beets, apples are generally safe and beneficial for most people. But if you have specific conditions like diabetes, or you might need to monitor carbs or kidney concerns that affect how you handle certain nutrients, consult your doctor. They're low in potassium compared to our other picks, so they're often a safer bet for those watching that mineral. Pulling it all together now: butternut squash with its potassium punch, beets and their vessel-relaxing nitrates, and apples delivering antioxidants and fiber. These 3 fall foods are more than just seasonal delights. They're tools in your toolkit for building a blood pressure-friendly lifestyle. But remember, true health comes from patterns, not perfection. It's about consistently choosing whole, fresh foods over processed ones. Staying active with walks in the colorful fall leaves, managing stress through mindfulness or hobbies, and keeping up with your doctor's check-ins. Small changes add up. Maybe start by swapping your afternoon cookie for an apple, or adding roasted beets to your weekly menu. You'll not only support your blood pressure, but also boost your energy, mood, and overall vibe. Fall is a season of renewal, and it's the perfect time to recommit to your health in a way that feels joyful, not restrictive. Imagine feeling more vibrant, sleeping better, and knowing you're nourishing your body from the inside out. You've got this. If you try any of these ideas, Share your experiences in the comments side. Love to hear how it goes. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Stay healthy, stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next video where we explore more ways to eat your way to a positive life.